When someone really loves you and they really value you, they won't keep you guessing. You'll know because they will show you. It's time to stop chasing people who don't value you. What's up, my allies? My name is Zacharias, and this is Thank You Universe, and thank you so much for tuning in today, because today we are going to talk about those people who you've been giving your all to, those people that you've been vulnerable with and offered your heart, and then they did you dirty. So a lot of us have these inherent beliefs and feelings of lack in ourselves, and that's what causes us to chase love and chase people who don't value us, because it's a pattern, this cycle. We kind of have this addiction to feeling like we are not good enough. And for a lot of people, it begins in childhood or in their first romantic relationship or a formative experience where they have been made to feel like they aren't good enough to be with someone else, or they aren't good enough for someone else's love. And many of us were made to feel like we are lesser than others, like we aren't good enough, and we have to strive and try our hardest just to receive that love and be worthy of love and validation. And maybe you were bullied growing up, or maybe it was your parents and they were always punishing you and making you feel like nothing you did was right and everything was your fault. And you just learned at some point in your life that you need to struggle and try really hard to keep someone's affection. And this is a pattern that begins early that we continue on in life and into our romantic relationships. And people can get into these really bad relationships where they're with someone who will use them and take advantage of them and take advantage of their love and not give it back, because they can see they have this power over you, because you have the thought that once this person accepts you and loves you and sees you for the amazing person that you really hope that you are, then you will be valid. And so they have the key to your self-esteem, and they can make you jump through hoops to get that key. And this is a really dangerous situation to be in a relationship, because you will really suffer trying to please someone who, no matter what, will not think you are good enough and not think you are valid. But we're going to stop all of that, and we're going to do away with trying to chase people who don't love us and appreciate us and trying to get validation from other people. And the secret to stop chasing these people who don't validate you is to learn to validate yourself and to love yourself. Because a lot of people are striving to have that external validation. They want other people to say that they are good, because they themselves don't feel that way about themselves. And so you are dependent on other people for your self-esteem and to feel like you are a worthy, worthwhile, and lovable person. Which of course you are, but you just have to remind yourself of that. Remind yourself that you can love yourself and be valid, and you can stop living for other people and to impress other people so that they will validate you so you can feel that love. Because when your source of love is external, you're always going to be dependent on other people. Whereas if you learn to appreciate yourself and love yourself, then you're not going to need to try and chase people and please other people. You're just going to enjoy life for yourself. And because we've had these woundings growing up and been made to feel like we aren't good enough and this feeling of lack, we put other people above us in the hierarchy. So here's you, here's everyone else, and here's the people that are in charge of validating you, those people that you chase. And you put them on a pedestal, and you think that they have the say over whether or not you're a good person, or whether or not you're a good lover, whether or not you're a good partner, whether or not you're a good person, because you see them as above you. And you're just hoping that they will pull you up with them on that pedestal and say, hey, you're great, I love you, and now you can feel great now that you have my love and affection. But this approval seeking from others and seeking love from outside yourself is not going to work out for you in the long run. Because even if you have someone else outside of you to validate you, a relationship partner, you're still not going to feel good about yourself, even if you have someone in your life who validates you and tells you that they love you, because you still don't feel good about yourself. And so even in a relationship, you'll have these feelings of inadequacy and like you're not good enough. And it's this constant upkeep, like you have to continue to strive and struggle to be good enough so that that person doesn't leave you, because you still don't feel valuable and secure in yourself. Because when you do feel secure and valuable in yourself, you're not going to worry about, oh, does this person love me? Will they leave me? Do they like me? Am I good enough? You already know that you are good enough, and you feel good about yourself because you love yourself. And you don't have to worry about trying to do certain things to maintain someone else's love and maintain that relationship, because that's not real love. Real love is not conditional upon what you do for your partner, or how cool they think you are, or how much money you make, or whatever it is you are trying to do that you think will keep them with you. You want to be in a relationship where the person is with you to be with you, not because of what you do for them, but because they genuinely love and appreciate who you are. And so when you learn to love yourself, you become more authentic, because you're not trying to do things to please others. You're doing those things that feel naturally enjoyable to you because you love yourself and you're not trying to impress anybody. You don't have anything to prove to anyone. And when you chase the love of others because you don't love yourself, it's really demeaning and disrespectful to yourself, actually, because you think that you're not good enough and you have to act a certain way to be good enough for someone else to love you. And you're just like, please, please love me. Like, really? Do you really want to be someone's lapdog begging for affection like that? And maybe you've been on the other side of it. Maybe you've seen someone who is in a way like, please love me, begging for your affection. And does that really make you drawn to them or attracted to them? No, it puts most people off, because most people don't feel attracted to people who don't value themselves. It's really an uncomfortable feeling to feel like in a relationship you are that person's source of validation and love, because then they're dependent on you and they become this needy person that you need to supply with love and affection, rather than two mutually self-respecting individuals who love each other and just share love. And it's not one is better than the other and one is needy and dependent on the other. You're both equals and you both add value to each other's life. As we learn to value ourselves and to love ourselves, and I've made videos about loving yourself, so go ahead and check those out. But as we learn to do this and to love ourselves, we will attract those people into our life that love us for who we are, not for what we do. Because when you love yourself, you pursue your true desires and true passions and the things that make you happy, and you're in alignment with your own vibration. And when you are vibrating at that level, you will attract people similar to you who vibrate at this level, and they will see you for who you are and they will love you. Whereas when you have this lack mindset and feel like you need outside validation and to chase people to try and be good enough for them, that's the same type of person that you're going to attract to you. Because you don't feel like you are good enough, you will attract that vibration and that person to you who thinks you aren't good enough, and they will get in a relationship with you, but it will always be conditional. And as you tap into that self-love and learn to love yourself and appreciate yourself, you will stop giving your time and energy to people who don't value you, because you're done with that. You're done struggling and just working yourself to the bone and killing yourself trying to prove that you're good enough to someone else. You're going to do away with all that, and the people that don't value or don't respect you, you'll be able to recognize it and say, okay, I'm not going to give my energy and time to this person. It's a waste. So all of that good love that you have, that you've been giving to other people, give that to yourself, because you deserve it. You're good enough no matter what. You're a beautiful person, and you're here living your beautiful life journey and experiencing your life. Experience it for yourself and learn to love yourself. And then you will attract those people that can recognize you for the wonderful, amazing person that you are. So, remember, you're good enough no matter what. You are worthy of love. You are valid. And you don't have to chase the affection of people who really don't value you or even understand or recognize who you are as a person. So, with that said, much love to all my allies out there. If you like the video, go ahead and show us some love and like the video, and please subscribe to our channel if you have not yet. And I'll be seeing all of you on the next video. Bye!